We are back in the temple. We're going to do a couple of chants and then we'll move into the discourse. We'll start with Jai Ganesha.
Jai there a request? Something with Dora? Katrina? J.M. Bay, number 1? Perfect. Number 1. Do you all have books? Oh, we're getting a few more books.
Mata Bhavani Oh, what a beautiful day. So like all the gods and goddesses are here singing to Mother her praise. Let's take a little water. So we have been reading from this very special book called the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam. And the longer version is right here. And this is the tradition of the Navratri. And many times you've heard us talk about King Janamejaya. So he's actually the one who asked Veda Vyasa to share this Srimad Devi Bhagavatam. And the reason why is because his father, who was a great king, his name was King Parikshit, was a very good king. However, he was out hunting one day, and he was chasing after a deer, and for many hours he was out roaming around chasing him, and he was very thirsty. Hopefully I've got my glasses. There, good. And he found himself at the ashram of a Muni, who was in Moan, which means silence. And so he asked this Muni for something to drink because he was so thirsty. And but he received no answer. And after 3 times, the king got angry. So it's a very good lesson about when our anger comes up and the things that we do that we regret later. Well, what he did, he saw a dead snake in the corner of his room, and he took it and wrapped it around the Muni's neck. The Muni was pretty impervious to all of this. He was in deep meditation. However, his son was highly volatile, and when his son saw this happen, he got very angry and cursed this king. He could tell through his meditative power, he could see that it was this King Parikshit who had wrapped the snake around his father's neck. He said, "Let that king be bit by Taraksaka, his name is, who is the king of serpents, and let him die. 7 days." So when the king heard about this curse, he decided he was going to not let this happen. And he built a 7-story house, or a 7-story big, huge building, and conducted business from there, and had all kinds of guards and kings and all kinds of guards and armies around him that nobody could get up there. Anyways, what happened is that even though he had all this protection, on that 7th day, the king serpent disguised himself as a little worm in an apple that some Brahmins brought him and said, "Well, at least take these fruits for blessings." And so he did, and he handed it to everybody, and he happened to take the apple that had this serpent in it. He took a bite into it, and the serpent came huge and bit him, and his whole body was just blackened, and he died. And this was very inauspicious, so inauspicious that they couldn't even cremate him properly or do the proper formalities. So King Janamejaya at this point was 5 years old, and he didn't really know the whole story. For years he had just heard his father had been cursed and died. He had no idea what it was all about. But in time he found out, and he realized that his father was wandering around in the ethers, not in heaven, because of this curse and because of the way he died. So he was very distressed, and he came to Veda Vyasa, who wrote the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, and said, "Please read this, help me." And so these are the stories that we have been reading throughout this time. And then to further complicate it, Sutta is the one who is relating the story of Veda Vyasa telling Janamejaya. he's relating it to all the munis in the Naimisarvana, where they had gathered during this Kali Yuga for protection. So they're sitting there listening to Sutta tell the story. Straight? So you have to come every day of Navratri to keep straight on all this. But anyways, here we are. Sutta said, Janamajaya asked Veda Vyasa, why has bhakti, devotion, waned in the world of men? Veda Vyasa replied, it is that in the Kali Yuga, the Brahmanas of the world would be born without the inner knowledge of the Vedas, and that since they were the upholders of Dharma in the world, Dharma would decay, and so would the spirits of men dwindle. Janamajaya then asked, tell me a little bit more about the Mani Dvipa, where the Divine Mother lives. Vedavyasa said, the Shrutis speak of the Sarvaloka, which is higher than Brahmaloka. This, O king, is Mani Dvipa, where the Divine Mother Devi Bhagavati lives. The shadow of this loftiest realm falls over the rest of the universe and removes its sins. The Sudha Sagara surrounds Mani Dvipa, and the Lord of the Four Seasons dwells on the perimeters of this most auspicious world with their consorts and with countless other beings, all enraptured by the very air of the Divine Mother. Also, the Mani Dvipa, also the lords of the different quarters of the universe, the Dvipalas, dwell in the Mani Dvipa with their consorts. All these are the masters of the universe who live under the Divine Mother's grace. The Devas, too, in their most pristine form, dwell nowhere else but here on the Devi, with the Devi on the Mani Dvipa. Still nearer the heart of the Mani Dvipa, there is a great lotus of 16 petals, and the Devi Bhagavati, 16 Shaktis, live on each splendid, incomparable petal. Beyond this, the Devi's 8 Shaktis, her companions, dwell. Still nearer the heart of the Mani Dvipa, four-faced Brahma lives with Mahasaraswati. Vishnu lives with Mother Lakshmi, and Maharudra, Lord Shiva, lives with Mother Kali. All their endless avatars who rule the myriad universes dwell here with them. And then there is a palace at the very heart of the Mani Dvipa, a palace made of diamonds and gold, jewels, and with an infinity of pillars and rooms. The Devi Bhagavati, the Mula Prakriti, the goddess of all the gods and goddesses, dwells here. But mostly she is in the Chintamani Griha, and her bhaktis from all the ages, all her devotees from all the ages and from every part of the universe are here with her in everlasting bliss. Why attempt, O king, to describe the mandala and the Mani Dvipa, which is beyond my powers of description, save it to say that is the loftiest jewel in the universe, where the Devi Bhagavati lives. King Janamajaya grew humble, and he said, I beg you, O Guru, give me Diksha. Bless me. Teach me the Devi Mula Mantra. Let me perform the Navratri Puja in the name of the Devi Bhagavati. And Vedavyasa did teach that sad king the blessed Devi Mantra, and Janamajaya, Parikshita's son, performed the Navratri Puja in his father's name. As the ritual was ending, he saw a brilliant light path grow lucid in the sky, and down it Vedavyasa saw a smiling brilliant Devarishi fly down right to the king's side. King Janamejaya folded his hands to the immortal wonder, for it was Narada who came to his puja. The king took the auspicious dust from the Muni's feet. He said, Mahamuni, my Navratri puja is thrice blessed that you have come here. But tell me, Narada, why have you come? Is there anything I can do for you? Narada said, smiling blithely, I came to tell you of a wonderful thing I saw in Devaloka today, Janamejaya. O king, I saw your father, Parikshita, and he had a body of light and grace. He was flying up from Yama's realms into the Lord Indra's and beyond. All the devas were singing his praises, and he sat among heavenly beings. I heard that he was on his way to the Manidvipa, where the Divine Mother dwells. And I heard the reason that he had been forgiven of his sin that he committed was that you, Janamejaya, kept the Navratri Ratra, and that you heard the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam from the Muni Vedavyasa. Janamejaya, you have delivered your father from hell, and your name is being whispered throughout Devaloka. Janamejaya trembled with delight. He prostrated himself in front of Vedavyasa, and tears of joy flowed down his face. The king cried, Vyasa Guru, you have blessed me. I beg you, let your blessing always be with me. Vedavyasa said kindly to the king, it is the Divine Mother, the Devi, who has blessed you, Janamejaya. Her Purana saved your father's soul. So worship the Divine Mother and keep her Purana near you and read it always. Bless me, Lord, that I may, said Janamejaya. Vedavyasa, Narada, and the other holy ones who had gathered there to hear the incomparable Devi Bhagavatam all laid their palms in blessing on the king's head, and then they left. Sutta now ended his ancient legend of the revelations. He said, O Munis, remember he's speaking in the Naimisabana, in time out of mind, near the very beginning, this precious Devi Bhagavatam emerged from the Devi Bhagavati's own face as half a sloka, and it was the epitome and the conclusion of all the Vedas. She said this half sloka wistfully to Vishnu, for those who heard the very first discourse, who lay on his people leaf at the kalpa's end upon the Aknavara, the single sea of the dissolution. And at hearing those resonant syllables in a tongue that was the very universe, in the face of she who is the mother, and inspired Brahma expanded the sacred half sloka into 100 billion slokas, verses, in a few moments. But most of them are no longer available in a world that has become too impure for their revelation in it. That pristine Devi Bhagavatam was verily the universe, and all that is in it. It is still heard, sung, and read in the Devaloka. Vedavyasa wanted his son Sukadeva to hear this Devi Bhagavatam, and Vedavyasa condensed Brahma's awesome Purana into a mere 18,000 slokas. There is no other Purana, even a 16th part, as powerful as the Devi Bhagavatam. Every line of it you read yields the fruit of performing many yajnas, and if you write it with your own hand, there is no doubt, you will find the realms of the Devi for yourself, and her grace as if she laid her palm on your head and blessed you. Hearing this sacred Purana will make ashes of many lives of sin and confer everything you desire upon you. Lakshmi and Saraswati dwell in the home where the Devi Bhagavatam is kept and read. No evil spirits can even cast a sidelong glance at a bhakti, a devotee of the Divine Mother. He who reads just a chapter of this Purana regularly quickly acquires true knowledge. It is a real, if you read it during the Navratri, or the Devi Puja, the Devi blesses the one who reads or hears it many times. Om, I bow to the Devi, the Mother, who is the nature of freeing, who is Satchidananda, being intelligence and bliss, who is the cause of all causes and of ours as well. Here the Blessed Sutta ended the Devi Bhagavatam. The rishis of the Namisevana prostrated themselves before him in gratitude, for he had told them the entire Devi Bhagavatam, and they could feel its grace inside their bodies, within their hearts. They could see its subtle light and the light of truth upon themselves and each other. They felt as if they were feathers afloat on the great wind of the Divine Mother's love. Sutta, the great, blessed, the Great One, blessed those munis and then went his mysterious way through deep jungles, over jagged mountains full of Brahman, and only God and he knew where else, into which other realms, taking his invaluable treasure of the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam with him. And the other rishis who heard the immortal Devi Bhagavatam from his lips, in time became immortal themselves. They became the Devi. They were absorbed into her. They lived with her forever. Om Tat Sat. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Sri Mahadevi Bhagavatam Bhagwan Ki Jai. And since we've been reading the Devi for for the last 9 days, we're going to finish with a small puja so we can all close the book together. So everybody can join in. Beautiful, and you notice here that we've done puja to all our instruments, and other people have brought theirs, because all instruments, all form of arts and knowledge, our mother, Saraswati particularly. Bole Baba Ki Jai. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Somebody can hand me a bell. And everybody could grab their bells and conch shells.
A bell?
And thank you for joining us for this magnificent Navratri. And as we pass around the prasad to those that are here, we'll have darshan of the beautiful Devis, all the instruments in the sacred book, and Muniraj and Sastriji, and Babaji, and old Harakam Baba, Mahendra Maharaj, and beautiful mother dressed in white with Lord Shiva at her side. And may her blessings extend to the whole cosmos, holding us all in her arms of love. Happy Navratri. Bole Baba Ki Jai.